This is the Busy Doing Nothing podcast. We are right in the middle of the conversation. I am your host, Mr. Freeminds. To my left, I have
Taylor, aka Doc. To my left, I have
Lee, aka Hasavamos.
And we have ourselves a special episode. This is post BDN 90s party. This will also be the season finale. So we appreciate everybody who has tuned in so far. Make sure you stay tuned. We'll come back soon with a new season. On that note, cups up, church.
It's smooth.
Yeah.
It's dangerously smooth.
Right, it is.
It is.
Drink of the day, as an honorable, nostalgic return, we got some of the Afro Head from season 1. That was personally my favorite drink of all last season. I figured since, we ended the season this episode, might as well go out with a favorite drink. And then we got this.
I don't even think we had a favorite drink for this season.
I don't have one. if I had to pick one, it would have been one of those champagnes.
Yeah.
But the liquors, no.
That's something you made me like. Well, we'll talk about this off camera.
Oh.
I don't know which one was my favorite, but if I had to just like choose between two, I'd say, well, let's choose worse first.
Okay, yeah, that's easier.
The Racism in a Bottle.
Yeah.
That was worse? I thought the cigar was worse.
Those are the bottom two.
The one that tasted like cigars?
Like somebody dipped their cigar in it, like some.
Which one was that
I
one?
don't remember. It was a scotch, though. I didn't like it.
I thought that was the racism.
No, it was two different things.
Yeah, so that.
That's how many bad ones we had.
And then my personal two favorites would be. I don't know. I like the one that I brought that day that I can't remember the name of, and I guess Dr. Stoney's for the gimmick, just for the gimmick of it. But
yeah, I guess.
I ain't like Dr. Stoney's. I just couldn't get with the taste.
Once you stop tasting it,
after a while, you don't taste it.
I mean,
anymore.
after you get past the taste when you're drunk,
which really shouldn't be the goal. I mean, granted, no alcohol really tastes good, but you shouldn't be like, let me keep drinking this to the point where I can't taste anything else, so I can start to enjoy it.
Right.
Like,
And I would say the one I regret is the damn tequila.
Yeah, that's
Camarena.
Camarena. Yeah, that's
Camarena.
that's all tore up that night.
Nah.
Yeah, and I didn't learn my lesson because, I was right back at it for the 90s party last year.
You drink that when you want to get alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, that's one of the ones where you drink when you just know that the night is not going to end very well.
Mm-mm. What kind of tequila did you have? Do you know?
I had Cuervo, and then when Johnny B showed up, he bought me 1800. So, I mean, it was both silvers, but it was two different
all
tequilas.
Tequila.
Yeah, and they were really steep shots. Like, they were, like, pouring them, like, this high, each one.
Jeez.
So it wasn't really one shot. It was, like, 2 or 3 shots per cup. And I had 3 of those. So I was anywhere between 6 and 10 shots in of tequila. And it was...
You had a whole bottle.
It was rough. Yeah. It was definitely rough.
Basically.
But it was fun. I mean, I had a lot of fun. It was a good experience for it to be... the first event we put together and it was a success. So, at the end of the day, it was still all positive. I just don't remember the latter portion of the event. But I'll do better next time. I won't drink tequila next time. I'll also, so like I was telling y'all, the reason why was because I thought I was going to have to MC or host or whatever the term is. And I'm just like, I can't do this sober. The party is starting soon. Desperate time, call for desperate measures. Pour me up some tequila. And after what I drank was good, I had the 2 shots, or maybe anywhere between 4 and 6, because of how they poured them. And then, Johnny B showed up with the 3rd one, and I don't know, maybe I'm just self-destructive. I couldn't say no. I was just like, go ahead. And
he was like, I ain't no bitch.
Yeah. And shortly after that, I don't remember much. It was bad.
Yeah.
But I got, some good feedback from everybody that came. They said they had fun. They can't wait to the next one. It was lit. So if you missed it, shame on you. I mean, that's really all I can say. I mean,
it really was fun. And I feel like the location we had it, I think it was just like, I think that was like a perfect spot for us to have it for the right amount of people and everything. Like, I think that was really good.
Yeah, it wasn't too big. It wasn't too small. Some people
Shout
said
out
they
to the
got
T-spot.
Yeah. Shout out to the T-spot. Some people said they got hot, but I don't remember. Probably
It was,
hot
it
all night.
was. Now, I will say this. I don't.
Yeah.
Well, it was hot in there though. But
it doesn't matter where I am. If I'm drinking and it's a lot of bodies, I'm gonna get hot.
That's why I equated it to. I equated it to fake.
But was it just like, man, it's kind of hot, or did it feel like a sweat box?
Not a sweat
No, it
box.
ain't smell
Okay,
like it was.
okay.
To me, I felt like I was overheating because I was drinking.
Yeah.
You know, like
I think I had just gotten used to it after a while. I just stopped feeling everything. So I don't even think I ever got to get hot. Because by the time it got hot in there, I was not there anymore. So
Yeah, I've been on places like on Fleet Street. Like,
it's been real hot.
right.
Yeah.
These are like
No,
popular places where they
jump
have
to this
ventilation and
Yeah.
it's bigger. It's just sweating in my neck. People are just close. So
yeah, and I don't like that. Like that was cool maybe when we was like teenagers to be like cramped in a
hot,
little.
yeah.
Everybody's just
And
sweaty.
you made me
and-
think about skate work.
Yeah,
and shaking
sweaty
me.
and musty. It's just like that's
Shaking
not.
Didn't they close down Shake and Bake?
They reopened
No,
it
I think
this
it's
year.
back open. Yeah.
They
Do they sell
reopened
the
it.
same pizza? That's really all I want.
I don't know. And
Like-
the pizza was good though.
I had a moment like I was gonna go to Shake and Bake just to get pizza, and I got there and they were like shut down. I'm like, oh,
They keep shutting, like opening and shutting down, but I know they opened back up. This, like I think it was probably like earlier this year they opened back up. But I'm trying to stay hopeful it's gonna stay open. But where it's located, it always
faster than I
winds up
expected.
having.
I just want some pizza. Like, I got
It always shuts down, so I don't know.
Yeah, so. But yeah, it was a nice little thing. I mean, it was 2 floors available, even though I don't think we filled up the whole other floor or whatever. But
nobody was on that floor.
yeah, that's kind of where you could go to cool
Oh, it
down
was
if you
too-
needed.
it
to.
Well, I mean, there was like a handful of people up there.
Yeah, they went up there to chill, probably
Yeah,
to
even
get.
though it was 2
yeah.
floors.
But it was
I just
cool.
went up there to use the bathroom. So when I
Yeah, 'cause
first,
the bathrooms
when I first
all
got there, me and my best friend went to use the bathroom. We had a run-in with the owner because she was up there.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she thought we were going in there to like do something. So she's like, hey, she like grabbed the door. She's like, hey, do you both need to be here at the same time? And we're like, yeah. Like she's like you need to? Like, are you okay? And I'm utterly confused. I'm just like, what is this? My best friend, she's small, but she's like a chihuahua without a leash. So I gotta rein her in a touch. She's like, yeah, but like, who are you? Like, I'm just like, she's like, who are you? I'm not trying to be smart. Just who are you? Like, why are you asking me this before I answer you with what I'm gonna say? And I'm just like, so she's like, oh, I'm the owner. She's like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, that was awkward. She was nice about it. Like,
Yeah, she's cool. Did y'all end up going in there together, or you just like, I'll just wait outside?
we still went in there together.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it was
It's a
cool.
nice little spot. Though. I like that.
Yeah, and it wasn't. I don't think it was in the hood.
No,
Not
No.
really. I mean, if it was nice.
it was like tucked off.
Yeah,
Wasn't it
it
like,
was-
were we across from Cross Street Market?
Northeast.
Or Northeast, okay.
Yeah.
But it was nighttime. The market was closed. Nobody was out
Yeah,
there.
nobody was in that area. Like we was literally standing outside at some points
Mhm.
to get some air. You know, like
Yeah, and nobody came, was messing with anybody. I had, it was a couple of, like, I guess the regular goers to the bar that was a little, they felt some type of way that the event was there, but they had enough.
I spoke to one lady and
The old lady?
Yeah,
With
she
the white
was
on?
lit.
Yeah.
She was lit. Like
Yeah,
that
she
lady
was.
was lit.
I
was
think
just-
she was the owner's, like, aunt or something.
Yeah,
so.
because she's like, what's going on?
Yeah, she came up to me and was just like, "What's going on? I didn't know it was gonna be no '90s party in here." That's why I was like, "Yeah, it's a '90s party." And she was just like, She was like, something about I'm 61 years old and I can still do this shit. Yeah, and she just started dancing and
goodness.
everything. And I'm just like, yeah, like, like you enjoying the '90s party,
Yeah.
It was good.
Definitely
I
had fun though.
And we're definitely gonna
Inside
have
and
more.
outside. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's
outside
something
was-
going on in both places.
Yeah, outside was a whole different adventure for me. But inside was cool. Outside was cool too, but it was not the same. It was not a party outside. It was some whole.
Was that you trying to maintain?
Yeah, that was me trying to get my life together.
It's just like, are you okay, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Is he okay, Jalen?
I don't know if when I reach a certain point of drunk, I just get Tourette's. But
Was that
Yeah.
the random fuck?
Yeah.
Yelled out?
I don't know. I don't even remember what happened. I don't know.
I don't know what happened. There was no indication of what happened because everybody was standing around confused. So it's like, I'm turned around away from it. All I hear is, fuck! And
everybody probably turned around and was like, what?
And then it's like, after a moment of you're like, yeah, so. What the fuck just happened? Okay, all right. Jalen, are you driving? Please drive.
I just had to let that out.
I hope she drove too.
Mm-hmm. Mind you, it's the first time she's ever driven my car, so drunk me was trying to be like, "Nah, I'm good. I can do it." You know, nobody.
You're like, "Did you drive a stick?" No, I'm good. I'm driving. I'm like, "No, you're not. No, buddy, you're not. That's what you're not doing."
Yeah, it was rough, but like I said, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. I knew where I was at. I guess that's my fault because if I knew where I was at and drank another one, then can't blame anybody but myself. But I wouldn't have gotten it on my own. I'll say that much.
Yeah, I was utterly confused. I'm like, after what we just
right.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, I don't even have tequila sense. Like I'm just sitting there like I don't know. And tequila my drink.
Exactly. Tequila is my drink of choice. Yes. So it's like now I just won't touch it.
That's my drink. It really put me in a
I know at this point I'm not touching anything tequila. Like I had to really get my entire spirit together just to get the drinks for today. So I'm just like, because since then I haven't had anything to drink, and I'm just like, yo, alcohol will literally make my stomach hurt when I think about it. But
yeah, so tequila has a temporary spot on my no list.
Yeah,
gin is on the list, and it's never coming off.
Yeah, no,
gin
tastes like pine cones. I was
that used to be my drink of choice when I was young, like in high school, when I first started drinking.
Hell no, it's never
but it's like it was for my best friend's birthday. We got a half a gallon of Seagram's gin.
Oof.
Naughty head. And then we made a pitcher of tea. But I don't know why we made a pitcher of tea, because really we were only putting enough tea in the gin to color it. Doing.
Oh no.
Literally, that was it. So all I remember is I got there, I told my best friend, "Hey Jeffrey, when 12 midnight rolls around, remind me to call my cab." He said, "Okay." Linwood, in case he forgets, remind me to call my cab. Okay. By 2 a.m., I was dancing the Mary J. Blige's Too Strong for Too Long. I don't know that song. And falling over. I remember this. I'm falling over dancing with my best friend. He's picking me back up. Every time I fall, picking me back up, making me dance again. I remember nothing after. No. I remember leaning over the side of the couch and my body doing this.
Uh-oh.
But I couldn't process what was happening. And then I remember him turning over and going, "Bitch." And that's just nothing outside of that. I did not know I was throwing up. At one point I got up and got in the bathtub and laid in there. Don't know why. Maybe I was hot. And he said he came in, used the bathroom, and he said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And my response was, because he tried to get me out of the bathtub, my response was, "No, nigga, if I'm in the bathtub, you in the bathtub." And I tried to pull him into the bathtub. I don't remember any of this. But yeah, so gin is never coming off that list.
Yeah, no, I didn't like gin just from the taste of it. I couldn't.
It's very. I can't. Dry. The smell of it, everything about it, I can't. Made me dry heat.
How do you have a drink that tastes dry though? It tastes dry to me,
and it's something and it makes you even more thirsty. That's kind of like cranberry juice to me. I don't like cranberry juice.
Lemonade for me.
But yeah, that too.
And what was it? Bombay that I had? That's
the blue one.
Yeah, that's a gin.
Yeah. I used to drink Seagram's shrimp all the time. The black bottle when that came out. When you first start drinking, most of you, I gotta collect the bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just I don't know why? But
it's a lot of bad memories.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have another party.
Yes, definitely. And when we do, everybody will know in enough time in advance. Same way as this one, so there's no excuses at the end of the day. But what else is going on with the world? Because the party was enough to keep me I've been kind of
in your bubble.
Yeah, just trying to get my life together, reconnect with my soul.
There was a story that came out last week this week about a cop who he was off duty cop, went to a party and he was dancing.
Speaking of parties.
Yeah, he went to a party, he was dancing. He did a backflip when he was dancing and his gun fell off of him. And when he was getting up to pick his gun back up, he shot someone that was watching him dance.
He was probably drunk too.
Probably, but you could see the regret like all over his face when it happened. Just like he was like.
He immediately put his hands out, like he was just like, oh, immediately started.
Like he realized he fucked up, so it's like, I don't know where I stand on this situation because like he's currently under investigation. He may lose his job.
He should.
He should lose his job, but I feel conflicted about it because it's like it was an honest mistake. But why didn't you have your safety on if you're gonna be partying with your gun just like loose on you?
My question was,
you doing backflips with a gun on you?
Right.
It's like he was just in his moment having fun, but it's like what you have to consider the safety of others when you have a loaded weapon on you. So it's like I feel conflicted. Like on the one hand, you're gonna lose your job. This is your career over a stupid mistake, a legitimately stupid mistake. It's not like you intended to hurt anyone, but he's gonna look back on this forever, just like fuck. And I can put myself in his shoes in this situation. I've never shot anybody, but I can just feel his pain in this situation. So it's like I'm like, oh fuck. But at the same time, the consequence would fit.
If he loses his job over the fact that he went to the club and he accidentally shot someone, I am going to feel some type of way because there are people that are blatantly, police officers that are blatantly shooting people that aren't even doing anything. They're just at traffic stops. And they're getting killed out here, and they're getting paid leave. And if this officer don't at least get paid leave, like, you know, like what's the...
I don't want to give him that pass because police officers shouldn't get that pass either. So it's like, that's kind of like a double negative. But at the same time, for one, I don't even understand how he got into a party with a gun, and you're not even like a security.
Well, he was FBI,
right?
Yeah, I'm assuming still, like you're off duty, so it's like
you don't know.
Should've...
He has a like really high up like clearance, so maybe he knows people. Maybe he knows the person that owned the place. Maybe he's a regular there. Maybe he didn't feel
that place probably would get sued too.
Probably
because if he's not supposed to, like you're not supposed to have.
I mean, just that was a failure with your security. There should be no special treatment unless he was actually working as security.
And if you're working as security, you shouldn't be doing backflips on the floor. Like that's still they still liable to get sued.
So like, it's like,
at what point are you securing the party if your legs are up in the air?
Maybe he was off. Maybe he was security, but off duty at that time. Switched with another security.
I don't know. All I know is like it would suck, just simply because it was an honest mistake.
Yeah.
But you've been like, I'm sure you're not a rookie. This isn't your first time. You know, if you're an FBI agent at this point, you have some knowledge of gun safety and what you should do in the public. You know, when you're out and about.
Right.
So,
like you said, at very least, his gun should have been on safety.
Exactly, and you failed to do that. So, if you lose your job, it would be because of that.
It's unfortunate, but
it would be unfortunate.
It's unfortunate, but he would deserve. I couldn't feel bad for him. It's just like you said, what if he was on the cover?
Yeah,
it's not that I feel bad for him. It's just I not sympathize. I empathize with it because I can put myself in his shoes and I can like feel that like damn fuck like you do something stupid and it's like
that shit just made
that
me
was preventable, you know.
It was.
It made me think of like some movie scene, like if he was an undercover
I think I have
cop.
seen that movie.
Like that's what it made me think. He an undercover cop at a party, did a flip, made a mistake and shot somebody.
It seems so surreal, and it's like when I saw his reaction to it, it's like I'll cringe with him, like fuck, well, someone did that.
Where was
we don't have a wife and kids.
Was
it Miami?
I think it was.
Oh, okay.
I think it was somewhere down south, and like
I want to give him a little bit more of a pass because it's Miami and like it's just Miami, but still, nah, you can't.
Yeah,
you can't be shooting people doing backflips like that's.
That's
not cool.
Like
I couldn't imagine being the guy that got shot. Like, I would be so
and then you know what? That's another thing. Like, where is this guy's headset at? Because if I was at a party and I just got shot accidentally,
you
know,
everybody's going down.
Somebody's paying for my medical bills. They are expensive. We live in the USA. I have PPO, Blue Cross insurance. They're gonna pay for this shit.
I'm coming up. Like, I'm buying me a new house off this check. I'm putting some kids in college off this check. Like, this is going to be a come up. I'm suing the government. I'm suing this club. I'm suing that man. I'm suing the security.
The police department probably definitely, like, taking an L for that or whatever. Yeah. Or they throwing the officer under the bus and making him do everything. Because,
if he was off duty, he technically wasn't doing anything for his establishment for them to be like, yeah, that was our bad. But if they're the ones that gave him the permit, then I don't know, it could fall back on them some other way.
Damn, yo, you just in the club with a gun.
Because that's such a liability, I'm willing to bet he's fired.
Pretty sure.
Because it's too much for them to be like, yeah, it's okay. Unless he's like protect the president level of FBI agent, he's fired.
The FBI is really good at burying shit, but this is so in the public eye.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they're going to be demanding.
Oh yeah, somebody had it on video, put it on social media, and that's how
crazy.
Right.
Like,
if there was no social media, this shit would have gotten brushed under the rug, and there would be no question. He would still have his job, most likely.
Yeah.
Somebody was just recording him dancing.
And that's the crazy thing. Like, at what random point was somebody, let me pull my phone out and just record this?
It was recording him dancing. He was going off. Like, he was dancing. He was dancing by himself, so it was like he was just showing off.
Yeah, and I'm sure people are like, oh, look at this cop. Like,
did he even land the backflip clean?
He did. He
did like the worm or something. Did he?
No, he
just dropped the gun.
He dropped the gun. He did land the backflip, but he dropped the gun. So when he landed the backflip and he saw that his gun was on the floor, it was like he immediately tried to grab the gun and wound up shooting something.
He didn't really get to finish the backflip because it was like, damn, my gun.
Yeah, like that's what it was. It was just like, I landed it, but damn, my gun. Boom, oh shit. And that one was just like, like,
well,
oh shit.
I don't know. Like, I've never done anything that dramatic. I've never been like terminated from a position, you know, but I can like, it's like you can empathize with it, like, damn, what would I do?
Right. I've never made a mistake that big enough at you know, to lose my job like that. It was like,
right.
That's probably going on like one of the top of lists of dumb things that got somebody fired, because it's like, you know,
I've never done anything like that.
Yeah, no.
I don't know what he was thinking. If he's off duty, why would you even bring a gun to the club?
Probably just because he had his permit, and he, you know, people with the, especially in the open carry state or whatever.
But it just makes me think about like how cops think they are above people, because any other person can't just bring a gun to the club.
Sure.
Like, it's like, why you gotta have this type of mindset? Why do you feel like you need to bring the gun to the club with
He
you?
finessed his way in like, I'm an FBI agent. I can protect these
exactly.
people. Time he shot somebody, so it's just like, are you really
Who's protecting the people from me?
Right.
But he probably had a big head about it. Like, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, I don't, like, I haven't looked into what the public response is to this.
I haven't either.
Yeah, so I don't know. But
I don't know why, but I also have a weird feeling that the person that he shot is probably unusually cool about it.
That's what I've been thinking.
Because like, if I got shot, you won't see me first. You're not even gonna see the video. Right. I would be like, yo, this dude just shot me.
I would be on CNN like, yeah, and things just haven't been the same. It's been 24 hours.
Right.
It hasn't been the same.
I'm traumatized. I'm scared of FBI agents. I can't go to the club no more. Anybody that does a backflip will make me have PTSD. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, I don't want to see no backflips. I don't even want to see nobody dancing. I'm so traumatized by it.
I need to check for my leg.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I got, when I went in, they gave me a catheter and they scratched my bladder and it hurts now when I pee. So I need to check for that. I need to check because I haven't been to work since this happened. Yes, it's only been 48 hours. I still need to check.
I need
Saturdays. To check. Right. I need to check for my emotional and mental, disability that I, acquired due to the situation. I need to check for that. I'm not going to be able to pay my rent this month. I need to check for that.
I missed 2 days.
Right. I'm going to miss at least 2 more weeks.
Yeah,
I need to check for that.
Shot.
I'm coming up. Like.
But what was crazy is it looked like nobody ran. Like,
right.
Nobody
saw it was a mistake. At least
right. Not even that. But everybody's drunk. Your response is delayed. I know me, my stupid ass, drunk. I would have just been sat there like, what did he like?
I probably would have told you the truth.
Was that his phone? Like, I just saw a light. Like,
right.
Yeah, I saw a light. I heard a noise. Was that did he not land a flip? Did his knee hit the floor? Is his knee okay? Oh. I
wouldn't have gone over there, but like, say if it happened like right over there, it would have went like that, and I probably would have turned my head so slow. Everybody had already been bleeding, whole blood trail going across the club.
Everybody, like nobody really reacted. Just like
nobody reacted. Like.
No.
Nobody reacted in the video. It was just like
nobody. He reacted.
Yeah.
Everybody else was like, "Oh,
whoa, what happened?"
Oh, dang.
Why did he make that face? Did he make the flip? I thought he made the flip.
The person that got shot had to react, probably. Like
they probably didn't react right away. Just like,
Right.
Why am I bleeding?
Right.
My leg is wet. Somebody spilled a drink on me or something crazy, and then the next thing you know...
Yeah, because I've been drunk and injured myself to the point of drawing blood before. Like, you don't notice right away that you are injured. And it's like, remember, looking at my knee, it's like...
I have
blood.
You just like, where'd that come from? Yeah, you're looking at yourself like, where'd that come from?
You gotta put it all together first.
Yeah, you don't feel the pain. It's like my knee just gave out right after, like, oh, fuck. Okay, it's an issue. We have an issue.
Right. Somebody should have told me.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. That's weird. But I mean, it was all over social media with the dude who, I don't know. When did this happen?
It was either this week that just passed or the weekend.
Oh, okay.
Like last weekend, because I
got shot the weekend of the '90s party. That's terrible.
Because I don't see how people can be clubbing during the week and that story just come out during the week. So I feel like it happened last week.
Could have been Thirsty Thursday, and it was in Miami, so they party every day in Miami, most likely. So it could have been a Tuesday for all we know.
Right.
But I don't know.
I don't know where it happened, but I saw the article on the Washington Post. So,
okay.
you know, they cover stories everywhere, though. So, they cover the stories from everywhere.
Yeah. What else we got going on?
This is Suicide Week. It's been 2 celebrities that killed themselves. They hung themselves today. I mean, not today. This week.
This week. So I
This
think
week.
Kate Spade was the 4th.
The 4th?
Of this week?
Of the what day is it?
Saturday.
It was either the 4th or the 5th.
One of those days.
Oh.
Yeah, it was either the 4th or the 5th.
I think she happened Tuesday, I think.
Did she?
What's today's date? The 9th?
Oh,
Yeah.
Today's the 9th.
8th. Yeah, 9th.
Okay, and then Anthony Bourdain was yesterday on the 8th. And that was like, look, I've been watching him since I was like in middle school. So it's like when I saw that, I'm like, what?
I was kind of confused who he was for a minute. I had to like...
Yeah, I didn't know who he was.
Like when they first posted him, I had to really think about who he was.
Right, I
knew his face. I didn't know his name.
Always, because they were both on the Travel Channel and he had somewhat similar shows. I will always get him mixed up with Andrew Zimmern, who was the Bizarre Foods guy.
Yeah.
So it's like when I saw that, I thought it was Bizarre Foods guy. I'm like, fuck, like really?
Yeah.
And then it's like I was still surprised. So for some reason, I would have been so much more surprised if it was Andrew Zimmern. But it's still like really sad and it's devastating.
He was like, what? He had a show on something else because he was
I think
like,
CBS.
yeah, like he had a
Did he?
major cooking. Like he's a really famous chef, so it was like he was on something else, like another reality show, but I can't remember what it was. He was on another reality show, and then he was on a couple of things.
Yeah, I remember seeing his face in a lot of different places. I just couldn't remember his name.
As far as Kate Spade, I didn't see her that often on like television and stuff, but I knew
Well,
who she
Kate
was.
Spade, Kate
I
Spade
saw
has
Kate
been kind of like out of the limelight for the past 10 years or so because she sold her clothing company, to another company, and it
I didn't
became.
even know she sold it.
She sold it. I don't know how. I don't want to assume it was 10 years ago that she did, but she sold it for like a few $1 billion, or it was worth a few $1 billion that she sold it. Because she wanted to spend time with her daughter. So for 9 years or so, she was just spending time with her daughter. And Kate Spade of New York went on, they kept, doing what they were doing. But it's like, there's like a note out where she wrote a note to her son or her brother, somebody, before she did what she did. And I don't know what the note says, but it's just like, what you can't put yourself in that person's shoes to really know what they were going through. But
They said she was having marriage problems too. They was having problems in her marriage with her husband. So I couldn't imagine getting a note and I'm married to somebody. The person I'm married to, like, they killed themselves. Because then you start trying to blame yourself.
I'd be mad.
Like, yeah, I'd be
you
really
couldn't call
mad.
me. You want to leave me a note?
yeah, it's like it's always. It's really sad because it's weird. Like a lot of people have like since this came out like admitted that, well even before that, a lot of people that are suicidal or are depressed, the one thing that keeps them from killing themselves is they don't want their loved ones to discover them like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, somebody had to come across it. Like how do you deal with that?
That's confusing though. Like you don't want them to discover you that way, but you leave them a note. So it's just like how they're gonna discover you somehow because you left them a note. They have to find the note.
Mm-hmm.
Like So I don't know.
I know depression is a real thing. I think just me personally, I couldn't get to a point where I would kill myself. Like I know you can have like you can really be down and going through it, but like to be like, you know, especially to hang yourself, like that's a whole like you gotta prep that. Like you can if you just down a bottle of pills, that's one of the things where you don't really know you did until you did.
Yeah,
but if you gotta hook the thing up, make sure the knot is
that's just so
sturdy.
Painful.
And,
it is, like, but see, a lot of people who even are that way, they don't even want to go through with killing themselves. Like it takes a lot for them to go through with it, but they just want to stop existing, you know. But they don't want to go through the process of killing themselves. So you have people that like start the process of hanging themselves, and they want to stop. It's too late. You take a bottle of pills and you realize an hour later, fuck, I don't really want to do this. They go to the ER. But it's like, where are you in, like, what headspace are you in finally when you decide that you don't want to do this anymore? I've been depressed before, but I've never
it gotta be a lot of things that happen to you. Like, it gotta be pile upon pile. So I feel like it has to be something, you had to been in that space for so long that it was just like, you just want to give up. Because I can't
imagine. Like, I even sat back and thought to myself, like, what would make me go there? Like, I have, like, 8 credit cards. Say I max them all out. Now I'm like $100,000.
Like that
I max them out. The next day I lose my job.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I might just go. I might, no, listen, at this point.
I'm just going to call J.G. Wentworth.
Where do we bounce back? I mean, you can file for bankruptcy, but it's like, okay, I still have these other bills I have to pay that aren't credit.
Yeah.
I haven't been working for like 8 months. Like, where is your headspace then? I'm either going to be an intense alcoholic, or I might be flirting with the idea. I don't know. But as it stands right now, I cannot imagine wanting to do that to myself.
But these two people were celebrities. They were rich. So
money isn't everything.
Money, but that you can tell money wasn't what it was. It wasn't. That wasn't. It wasn't a financial situation. It was something deeper than that. It was like. It's a conversation about being alone, feeling lonely, or whatever. Because you can have all of these people love you, have all of this money, all these people around you, but you still are alone in your space.
I think that's the problem in and of itself, because they are in that position, and then they just feel alone because none of the people that's around them can really relate, or they feel like aren't really
like
real for them. Yeah,
even with Robin Williams and Vern Troyer, or maybe you feel like you're in this space where you all, like, I would imagine Vern Troyer, like, when you think of Vern Troyer and Mini-Me, you don't think, oh, well, you know, you don't think of depression, because you associate him with, like, oh, funny.
Austin Powers.
Even Robin Williams.
Right, even Robin Williams. Yeah. So it's like, I would imagine, like, them knowing that they're in that position, I'm the funny guy, you know. Who can I really go to talk about my problem? And a lot of times when people are depressed, it doesn't help for them to reach out. Sometimes they need people to ask them, are you okay? Like, just spend that time to be that shoulder, you know?
It really made me think about
positions don't really get a lot of those questions. Don't. It's more like, what are you doing? Or what are you up to? What's your next project? All these things that makes them feel like less of a person, maybe.
Because they already assume that you're doing well.
Right. So, I don't know. I mean, I still personally couldn't think of anything that would have me feeling like, yo, I need to just, you know, start the credits right now, because I can't take it no more. But
yeah, I couldn't imagine. Just like I said though, like the whole thing of, well, I don't know what would even take me there, but that whole who's gonna find me thing. There's only one person that would have a key and come in and find me like that, and I would never want to put him through that.
Right.
So,
side note. Am I the only one that's feeling a buzz from this shot we took?
I'm a little warm.
Yeah, I'm a little warm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what it did to us last season. We all had the one shot and everybody was cool. Like, this is, I like this. Oh, I would give this about another 5.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But this is good too. The Villa.
Yeah, that is
Villa
good.
Yolanda.
It's really sweet, smooth.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like or smell like cheese
One
or
time
feet.
they got nutritional facts. I've never seen
Oh, that must be something
nutritional facts.
They must be bragging if they got nutritional facts.
Right.
Do they have calories printed on that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Really?
They have nutritional facts on here. I've never seen nutritional facts on
Because they
my
don't
bottle.
print it on liquor, because then you'll know you're consuming like 10,000
Yeah.
fucking calories.
Yeah.
in
I
one
never
sitting.
see it, but they do have it on there. It's really small, but
Because I'm pretty sure this does not have it.
that don't. Nope.
No, not at all.
No,
Yeah,
they don't advertise themselves as like a low calorie, like, but it's 200
probably the
calories
brag.
a serving.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 3 servings, so 600 calories a bottle. Okay,
It's not bad.
Alrighty.
You can do worse than that at McDonald's.
definitely.
Definitely.
One
One
meal.
burger,
Right.
1,000 calories and
Mhm.
change.
Well, I guess we just have to take the hard turn now.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from people, suicide and mental health and whatnot. The whole issue with Future and the model girl. And, Future and the model girl. He said he was going to fly her out and he was going to reimburse her for her flight ticket and her hotel room. And
He
so
said he would reimburse her 1,000%.
1,000%. So not only probably reimburse her, maybe pay her.
Yeah.
So unless that was just an exaggeration, which who knows. So she flew out there. I think she flew to California or something like that. It was either California or Miami, and he was supposed to link up with her. And I guess he also said like put on something sexy for me or something, and she was like, I'm not here on that type of move. And then he was just like, all right, I'm good. I'm not coming to see you. Whatever. And he never gave her money for the trip or the hotel room or any of that. So she's talking about she just want to get her money back, and I'm just like.
So what is she? Is she a model?
She's
She's
a
one of
model.
Instagram models.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which I don't model.
Okay. If you're a model, you're a model. What is an Instagram model?
So an Instagram model is someone who, like, they post a lot of pictures, they have a lot of followers, so eventually brands reach out to them to offer them money to post ads for them. Like, post pictures in their shit. Like, oh, I wear this waist trainer. No,
so you're a brand ambassador.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
You're making money.
Yeah.
you get a lot of likes on your photos. You edit your photos to look just as such. Instagram model.
But why can't they just call themselves models?
Because it's not on it. I mean, it could be. It to me, I feel like all models are models or whatever. But I guess the Instagram model, it was just like you're not doing high fashion, you're not doing runway. It's basically you're in control of your own social media page. So it's just like they paying you to post whatever. Like it's not really official. You don't have to have an agent because it's your own social media or whatever. It'll be smart to have one so you can get better, bigger, opportunities. I feel like Instagram model is like an entry level position.
Model.
Yeah, I feel like it's an entry level position for you to move up to the next level of being a model.
Right. So it's like model level 1.
Because I could walk down the street and probably see an Instagram model. It'll be anybody that go hire their friend, take a picture of them, and they post it on, and it looks good, and they post it on their Instagram.
So is Instagram model more like they're famous on Instagram, but not really so much in person? Whereas if you're a model, people will see you in real life.
They're
and be
famous
like,
on Instagram.
I know your face.
Yeah.
And
they're not like a household name or anything, but some people know them on Facebook.
Okay.
You know them if you follow them on Instagram.
So
Because
like,
there are people here in Baltimore. Like, I know a few Instagram models got hella followers, but they're not really doing,
some of them end up,
anything.
like, in relationships with celebrities, or they fuck a celebrity, and they come up like that, like Bernice. But, the chick that was, like, messing with T.I. and,
She's from here?
No, I don't think so. Or Lucy Papers, who's, like, the trans model. That's from here. That person next.
I was gonna say you don't know them because you don't follow them on Instagram.
Okay.
So like these are people.
I don't follow them on Instagram.
I don't follow them. But this is how they start. Like they start off on Instagram. It's just people that know how to take pictures.
Yeah.
So it's like they start off on Instagram and then eventually they even meet somebody because they look good. They'll meet somebody and get opportunities, or it's.
So basically, I mean, it's like a social media startup that will either end you up with a celebrity or on Love and Hip Hop or something.
Yeah, like
Okay.
it could be like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or pregnant.
Cause think about it.
Or
That's how,
pregnant.
wasn't that like how Cardi B started? Like she started online,
No, I thought she was a stripper.
or she was a stripper. But
So she was a stripper, but she had a really huge online following.
Yeah.
So basically, yes.
Oh.
But then I guess Love and Hip Hop caught on to her and picked her up.
Oh, okay.
And she went from there.
Got it.
Good strategy.
Who was her hip hop person she was with to be on Love and Hip Hop?
It was just her. Oh, she was with Steve. Well, no, not Stevie J. Hell no, she wasn't with Stevie
I don't
J.
know.
Because I
She
thought to
wasn't
be
with
on Love and
Stevie.
Hip Hop as a woman, you have to either be the artist or you have to be with an artist. Or did they stray away from that?
So the only thing that I only saw
I don't
one
watch Love and Hip Hop,
episode.
so I don't
I
know.
don't watch Love and Hip Hop
Oh, yeah,
either.
I don't either.
I only saw one episode of Love and Hip Hop with Cardi B on it, and it was a reunion episode.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh, wow.
yeah, that's like it was a
Go hard.
it was a reunion episode, and it seemed like she carried the position of being the spoken reason person. Like she was the one that made the most sense out of all the females was on the show, because it was like one girl that was on the show that was dating this dude, and Cardi was telling her about herself, about how the dude she was dating was a bum or whatever, and it was just like, she a smart girl or whatever. Like she's smart. But I don't know if she was dating anybody on the show because I didn't watch the show.
Oh, okay.
She
She
apparently
always been about her grind.
She was apparently with someone, but they ended up breaking up. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, so when Future, he flew the girl out, didn't meet up with her because she wasn't trying to have sex with him. And then her issue was she just wanted to get her, well, she said she wasn't tripping, but she would like to have her money back that he said he was going to give her. And if this was anybody other than Future, I would maybe try to give him a benefit of the doubt. But because it's Future, and Future just...
He's a hoe.
Yeah.
Not
even that. I just don't like how Future moves. Like the whole thing between him and Sierra, like he just keeps talking about her in his songs and all. And
Still?
Like, wow, yeah. Even,
Yeah,
I was listening.
She's
to,
married and had
right.
another child at this point.
I was listening
She the
to
one that
Tory
got
Lanez
away.
album.
She
and he threw
gotta
a little
be.
jab at her on Tory Lanez's latest album. So it's just
He
like
threw a jab at Sierra?
He
Yeah.
always do.
Tory Lanez did?
no, Future did. 'Cause he was on the
Oh,
song.
I'm like, what?
Yeah. And
Why
I
is
was
he
like,
still going at her?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why?
You
Like,
cheated on her.
She gotta be the one that got away or something. She gotta be the one that he really loved or something.
Yeah, because what did he
Like-
even said? I swear I'm going to get my bitch back. Or whatever he
Something
said.
like that. But if it was anybody other than Future, I would be like, okay. I mean, but I still kind of get it, but at the same time, I can't. It's just Future, so I'm just like, you still trash for that. So it's like, I can't. But from a generic or general standpoint, I get it. Well, no, it wasn't cool for him to do that and then not pay for any of the stuff like you said he was going to do. But to choose not to link up with her, I understand. To, try to, make sure everything was kind of squared away before he even came, I understand. I get it. It's just him, so I can't really get mad.
Yeah, it's like, so I had to have a good think about it. But honestly, yeah, she was a bit stupid about it.
Yeah.
Because Future is a fucking hoe, okay, for one. Two, what made you think that this man was going to fly you out and put you in a hotel room for him to come meet you at the hotel room and he's not expecting sex?
Right.
That's not to say that you're not obligated to say no, you don't want to, but what did you think was meant to happen?
Well, she said she had dealt with him somewhere before and he was like really cool. So
hotel room though?
Yeah, no, it wasn't that type of situation, but she
Right.
had hung out with him before. He took her to the studio and they just went to the studio and it was all just kind of cordial the first time. So then the second time, I guess the second time around, she thought it was going to be something like the first time. So that's probably why.
Right. So maybe she was expecting to go to the studio and maybe record. They both should have been clear with what they wanted up front before she even booked her flight, because it seemed like neither of them was. You're both adults. If you want her to come out there to have sex, make it clear. If you want to come out there for him to put you in the studio, make it clear. Don't tip-tap and pussyfoot around it, because then shit like this happens. So he was wrong, but she was also wrong the way she went about it. They both should have been adults about it and explained what they wanted out of the situation before she got in the hotel, before she even booked her flight.
Yeah.
So she was looking to come up, I suppose, and he was looking
to get busted
to
nut.
come up in something.
Like,
Like,
nut.
yeah, so I wouldn't ridicule her for it though. Like, it's kind of messed up the way people like were going in on her. But
I didn't even see anybody going on it.
oh, they were on Twitter.
Oh.
Pretty deep.
Oh, wow.
They said she called the girl stupid. Like,
Is she like one of them Instagram models that be like half naked on her Instagram page or some shit? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know what her Instagram page is like. I mean, but like you said,
Most
I
of them
agree with
are.
what you said.
yeah, that's just like with bathing suits on,
Mm-hmm.
no clothes, type in the party, drinking.
Mm-hmm.
It just look like a fabulous life or whatever on the Instagram. Ain't nothing wrong.
Yeah, most of them are. So
Yeah.
Everything should have been said up front, like you said. I agree, but I think he did. He should have said it before she even booked the flight, so that way, that wasn't what it was, and none of that would have happened. But I do think it was a good thing that he, let it be known his intentions before he even met up with her, because I feel like in general that's usually what some women complain about, is you not being straightforward. Tell me what you want so I can basically tell you what it is. And he did, and she wasn't with it, so he didn't come. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Only thing I think he did in terms of doing her wrong was not paying for whatever it is that she spent her money for to come out there. But
That's why you don't make no moves like that unless if he paid for the flight and the hotel right then and there, and then be like, oh, I got the room and I got the hotel, because he got the money.
Right, so why would he not
Like-
pay for it?
like,
But I
he
guess
got the money.
that was for him to protect himself too. Like, if she come out here and be bluffing, I ain't gonna be down on his money.
Exactly.
But the funny thing was, she said that he told her to come up for the weekend. She said when she went to go back to her hotel room, the key didn't work because he only actually I think he did book the room.
Okay.
But
he only booked it for one night,
and not for a whole weekend. So I guess his expectation was to meet up with her that first night, probably have sex with her, and then put out, and then it was not going to be a second day on his money. So I thought it was pretty shady. But it's just like, coming from somebody like Future, I wouldn't be surprised. So
Pretty sure. I guess he's trying to be a changed man. How many baby mothers he got?
several. I don't know.
Like, golly, is this how he treated all his baby mothers for her? Except for Sierra.
I don't know what happened with that.
Sierra didn't need that.
But
You know?
Is he?
And that's
in,
probably why
is
he
he
keep
in,
talking about her like that. Because
Is he in his child's life yet, or
what,
And
Sierra's baby?
the funny thing is, in the thing,
don't
I saw
know.
a little thread, and it said like, he said, I'm with my son, but I might be able to break away from him for a little bit to come see you. And I was just like, that's not cool.
Right.
yeah, it was like
Right.
he
How do you
said
say
something
that?
about. I remember in an interview somebody asked him something about, do you see your son? And he's like, well, right now I'm grinding, but my son gonna understand, that I'm out here trying to make this money, so I can't be with him right now. But I'm like, wait, what? Like,
Kids don't think about that shit. Like, people don't think about that. They don't
and then
care
have
about
the
their
nerve
money.
to be upset when another man steps in. Like, you can't go on a hiatus from your child's life. Like,
And then just expect that to just be a void position.
yeah.
Yeah, no. And like I said, if it was anybody other than Future, I might be a little more defensive, but I just can't. I can't
And it's probably more so he's salty, because, and there's no excuse for that. You're up, you don't get along with Sierra, so you're not in your son's life. But Wiz Khalifa, Amber Rose, they were bumping heads at one point. They co-parent perfectly.
Yeah.
So no
I forgot
excuse for
they had a
that.
kid.
Man,
Yeah, right?
Have y'all seen Wiz Khalifa? How swole he is now?
Is he?
Oh my god! I just watched an interview yesterday.
I feel like I
Watched
need
an
to Google
interview
this.
with Sway, and he's not skinny Wiz no more.
Really?
Like, 'cause
I can't believe
Like,
it.
yes, something?
he been working out. He been doing like what is called Muay Thai. Is that like a form of fighting
Oh, yeah.
or whatever? So he's been doing that, and he is swole now.
Oh, wow.
So like, yeah, I watched that interview yesterday on his interview with Sway, and he was
Trying to
talking
be a
about.
wrestler or something.
Oh.
You
I mean,
see
he's
it?
still kind of slim, but he's nowhere near.
He
what
not
he
as.
was.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Let me see.
he used to be slim, like he looked sick. Like
like he looked like
like-
he looked like Jack Skellington before.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
what I'm saying.
remember.
Like he looked like he was sick. Now let me see the picture. Yeah, now he got a whole like
Oh, he looks
abs
thick.
and now he got bigger.
Huh.
That's what's up.
I know
mean,
Snoop Dogg is trying to like
Snoop
work
Dogg.
out now, but people were ridiculing him for. He's like 2 days in the gym. Check out my results.
I think he was
Snoop.
OD'ing on that. He should
Yeah.
have gave himself a little more time
Right.
to progress before he started. Because I don't even know if he's still even doing the gym now. Now that just looks like a whole waste of time.
Yeah. He probably went in on him hard enough that, you know, but who knows?
Snoop Dogg is hilarious.
Isn't he?
But
you just keep giving people meme photos. That the whole fingernails thing, which I still want a fucking explanation for, and the Aunt Jemima scarf.
The scarf, yeah. I can't defend it. I mean,
I can't defend any of that shit I just said. Like, I'm not even gonna try. The fucking
just,
French manicure.
All I can
want
say is
explanation.
Uncle Snoop. You just can't.
He's just being himself.
Aunt Snoopina. Like, I don't know.
Being silly self. That's it. Gangsta Snoop. I said Snoop. Snoop. Gangsta Snoop.
Oh man.
It's way different from when he came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like.
But then again, so
way
it's 50
different
Cent. Like 50 Cent
I know.
is fucking messy now.
50 Cent always been.
But he always been messy. He just a troll. Like he more so a troll.
He figured out how to use social media.
Yeah.
And that's really all it was.
And so is Game to a certain extent, but not anywhere near how 50 Cent is.
Yeah, Game will get to the point where he gets offended and then want to make it personal.
Yeah.
But 50 Cent will just constantly.
He just don't give a fuck. He'll keep on going. You'll say something about him trolling. He'll be like, I don't give a fuck, and still troll you.
Like the whole the Mayweather thing. The Mayweather thing was hilarious. I can't lie.
That was
I will give you $100,000 to read a Dr. Seuss book. He's illiterate. Like, oh, okay.
Oh man. Speaking of 50, they got Power Stars back up soon, don't it?
I think
it's like next month, early next month.
I know it comes on in the summer, but I can't.
Yeah,
I
think it
know.
usually starts up in July.
I don't watch Power. I need
What?
to. I need to.
I barely watch
Everybody
TV.
always tell me that it is good.
Power is definitely good.
That it was better. I don't know why everybody always compares it to Empire, because I thought that show was like nowhere near the similar to that show.
It's not probably now. I don't watch Empire anymore.
It's like, why do
I used
people
to try to
even-
watch them both, but
Is it about a music? Is it about a music
It's about
industry?
music, but it's also from the guy was coming from like a street life drug background type deal, kind of like how Power is, because he's coming from like a drug.
Instead of Love and Hip Hop, the reality show, Love and Hip Hop, the series.
Power. Okay, but yeah,
But
everybody
Power's not
always
really
talk about
rap centric. Power is really just about
the drug life.
Yeah.
Oh, it's more so the drug life. Where Empire is more so
Empire
the
was like,
the
him
music
trying to-
industry. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, I can see why it could be better. It's more drama.
And it's not on Fox because I mean it's daytime. I mean it's
Ain't it
network
on
television.
like what is it? Stars?
Yeah, Power comes from
Showtime?
Stars.
I don't know.
Fox, they're gonna put certain. I think Empire would be better if it wasn't on Fox because they have the creative freedom to do more stuff. But I don't think I would want to see an uncut Empire.
I think Empire is
Only because it's
dying.
too much.
I think it's dying off now. Like I feel like eventually they're gonna do a season finale or it's gonna get canceled because
I don't watch any of these shows. So.
I only watched the first season of Empire. They're on like the third season now, ain't they?
Maybe on,
Fourth
like, the
season.
fifth.
Oh,
They're on the
shit.
fifth season. Is
something
oh
like
damn!
already?
I'm really behind.
Something like that.
I only seen the
Is
first.
The Walking Dead still on? Like,
yeah, they're
it's
on
off
like
season right now,
they
though.
on like the 10th season of
Something
Walking
like that.
Dead.
Is
That
it not
show.
dying out or? Are
It
they
should
just-
I don't know. Well, it should be at this point because
But
like
it's not. I
it's
can already
not.
tell what the next season about to be about. But
You watch? So you watch Walking
I watched
Dead?
it. Yeah.
My mother.
I only keep
watched
watching now because
Walking Dead.
I've been watching it so much, and it's just like, well, I'm too far invested now. I can't stop at this point.
Yeah.
You
It's
watch
like-
the spin-off shows too?
No, I do not.
My
watch
mother
that.
watched. She watched the what is it? Fear of the.
I tried
what
to
is it,
watch
Fear
the Walking Dead.
Fear the Walking
I tried
Dead.
to
Walking
watch
Dead.
the
The
first
Talking
episode.
Dead. The
Talking Dead.
It's like a TV show where they talk about the show that just went off, basically.
like yeah.
Why is that necessary?
I don't know. I guess fanfare, but. I tried to watch the spin-off show when they brought the black guy on there from the regular show, but I just couldn't get into it because I didn't know nothing else that was going on. I didn't know none of the other characters that might have already been on the show, so I was like, I'm not watching this. But yeah, but
You guys seen any movies? like we usually talk about
what
movies.
did I see?
Have y'all
Last
seen
movie I
any
saw was Death Wish with Bruce Willis, and it was okay. It kind of reminds you of The Punisher, but it was about a guy who was.
Is that on Netflix? What?
No,
Death Wish is. Hold on, Death Wish is in the movies.
it was on the first.
It's gone.
It's on the first.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched it on the thing, and it was good. It was kind of funny after a while because it's like this guy was not about that type of life at all. Now he's like out here, killing people.
I heard it was a good movie.
It was good. It really reminds you. Did you watch The Punisher on Netflix?
No, I didn't watch it on Netflix.
You gotta watch The Punisher. Did you watch The Punisher?
Nope.
Okay.
Lee doesn't watch anything that we
watch
watch.
it,
She watch it
but
way late.
You gotta watch it.
Listen, I will sit down
later.
and watch a terrible movie intentionally just because it's fucking entertaining for me.
Oh yeah, you definitely. If you watch The Punisher, you'll be hooked in like in the first couple minutes.
Is it terrible?
No, it's really good.
Oh, okay.
It has the guy from Walking Dead as the Punisher. I forgot his. He was in like early in the show. He was what's that guy? Rick's partner, the cop.
Okay.
He's the Punisher. And it's a good show. It was my favorite show on Netflix for a minute.
The last movie I saw was Star Wars, and I think I already talked about that.
Yeah,
and it was
I see
good. I already saw that, and I know that next week, The Incredibles come out, and that's basically what I'm anticipating.
I'm
I
definitely
don't know if I saw the first one.
No.
You don't know if you saw it?
I don't think so. I can't remember anything from it. I mean, I know it was about.
I mean, it came out a long time ago.
Yeah, I know it was about a family with superpowers, but I don't think I saw the actual movie.
I'm dreading this one a little bit. I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna fuck up.
Maybe because it was too long. It was too long of a
But
wait.
it's like at the same time, because they waited so long, you had to have made this perfect.
Yeah.
They have no excuse for that to not be a great movie.
Right. So, but I'm still scared.
I just hope they don't 300 everybody.
But the last movie I saw was The Room.
I don't think I saw.
What's it called?
I don't think I heard
The
that.
Room.
The Room.
It's a terrible fucking movie.
What was
It's
that on?
intensely. I've watched it on the Fire Stick, but it's called The Room with this guy named Tommy
That's
Wiseau.
what I said. That's what was on since she said it clearly.
Yeah.
This guy named Tommy Wiseau, and he directed it and wrote it, and he's fucking an alien. He is not a human being, and this movie is terrible. And you can like all the memes that comes out of this movie. I heard people talking about it so much, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take time out of my day to watch this movie because I just need to. Like, it's so fucking bad that it's good. Like from the opening shot, like everything. It's just like the opening shot. I will just to give you a preface of how bad this is. The opening shot is the guy sitting on his couch, and then his girlfriend walks in wearing this dress, and she's like, "Do you like it? It's really pretty, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he has this weird accent. He says he was born in America, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't. He's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Yeah. I'm thinking about wearing it to our date tonight." And he's like, "Anything for my girl." And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is human dialogue. Like,
yeah, like that sounded weird. Like, it sounded forced.
Yeah, it was like, it is 2 sex scenes in the movie. Both of which, like, you can tell his dick is not aligned with her bits. Like, he's, like, humping the top of her stomach. It's weird.
Okay.
At one point, there's, like, this kid named Denny that, like, is, like, a neighbor or something, but he comes over. And they're clearly about to go. He's like, we're going to go upstairs. Me and Lisa are going to go upstairs. And he's like, okay, I'll join you. And he's like, 2 is fine, but 3 is a crowd, Denny. And he's like, I just want to watch. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's just like, it's just like the best, one of the best pieces of dialogue for this fucking movie. Again, this guy has an awkward accent. But the girlfriend or fiance, she's like sleeping with his best friend behind his back. His best friend, Greg.
Mm.
And every time they meet up, it's awkward as fuck. But it'll be like they're about to have sex, and he's like kissing her and stuff. They kiss each other. He's like, wait, what are you doing? Tommy's my best friend. This is the 5th scene where you've had sex with her. Like, what the fuck? But
yeah, you should be over it by
right.
now.
So for her to make herself look better in the situation, she tells her mom that he's been hitting her, and she tells her she needs to stay with her anyway. Okay, fine. But someone called, I think Greg called him, and it's like, hey, have you been hitting Lisa? So he, like, walks out onto the attic, walks on his phone, like, just pretend this is, like, I'm going to take a cup. Just pretend this is, like, a plastic bottle, right? Mm. He's like, I did not hit Lisa. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. And he says that to someone, and I'm like, what?
This wasn't a scary movie then.
No, it's supposed to be like a drama movie. Like, he greets everybody by saying, "Oh hi," and then insert name. "Oh hi, doggy." "Oh hi, Mark." "Oh hi, Denny." Yeah. "Oh hi, Lisa." Like, what the
be watching
fuck?
that.
Like, it was so weird, and it's like I was laughing like most of the time. So
I mean, I know what you mean though. You watch a movie that's so bad, it's just funny that it's so bad.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'd be able to sit through that one.
Not everybody can. Like, my husband was just in there like, I don't want to watch this. Like, okay, but I'm just like, that shit was hilarious for me. I'm like, what the fuck is this person? What is any of this? Like,
I'm gonna just go ahead and get the.
Okay.
I thought I had a different cup for the whatever.
The closing shot.
The closing shot of the season.
I'm just gonna put more of that in here.
Oh.
This tastes.
Does anybody have any closing remarks?
This is a weird combination.
Yeah, when I saw you do that, I was like, ooh, okay, well.
It tastes like a strawberry flavored cigar.
What?
I won't even want to put a cigar with the Afro head because the Afro head was good. I kept wanting to call it something else the first time we had it. I ain't know Afro. I kept wanting to call it Afro Bomb.
Afro Bomb.
Afro Bomb.
Yeah.
I kept wanting to call it Afro Punk.
Like, yeah, that's what I thought.
Like the festival.
I definitely want to say though, you know, as the season comes to a close, I appreciate the both of you. You know, you guys definitely make the podcast what it is, and it wouldn't be what it is without you two. Just wanted to give my sincerest gratitude.
Thank you for having me on. I enjoy it.
So yeah, I mean, we all had fun at the party. I'll try to be more sober next time.
You don't have to.
We get drunk every week. Like,
I know,
come on now.
But
like,
okay, there's a difference. Like right now,
nothing.
I'm feeling okay. By the time I drink some more of that by the end of the night, I'm still gonna be okay. There's a difference between me being drunk and me being tequila drunk. So it's like,
I don't know. It's entertainment regardless. Like, I will never get over like you come out of the bathroom just like you came out of the bathroom tequila drunk that day, and your first response is, "Listen, on behalf of the Busy Doing Nothing, I just want to apologize." I was like, what?
I had to be professional about my.
Yeah, I was like, why are you trying to be professional? Like, I'm gonna die when I get home.
Like, I was done. When we had the Camarina, I was done, and I didn't learn my lesson obviously because I went right back to it for the party. So yeah,
I'm used to seeing you drunk. I'm used to seeing you drunk. We have deep conversations.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said, like, this whole show. So it's like, it's cool.
We were talking about some shit outside of the party. We were both drunk at this point. I don't know what we were talking about. We were talking for a full 15 fucking minutes. And it's like, I don't know what we were talking about.
I definitely don't know.
I don't know. But we were sat there for a minute just talking. And it's like, now I'm thinking back on, like, what the fuck were we talking about? Like, and it's like, Jalen will, like, chime in every now and then. I'm like,
I have no idea.
what were we even talking about? Like,
your guess is as good as mine.
I don't know.
At that point, I was already home in bed, or not alive somewhere. And I was in the drunken place. That's all I know.
In the drunken place.
Yeah, like I was.
Yeah, that next day was rough.
Yeah, I didn't get my life together until about 7 the next day.
Sounds about right.
Damn, I wasn't that bad. Like, I felt like
I had 4 cups
I felt
of vodka.
sluggish and everything. But
you bought them there, or you had them?
I bought them there.
Oh yeah,
I had nothing before I got
You had straight vodka.
Vodka. I had vodka and Sprite 3 times. The last one was just vodka because I
'cause
bought that for my best friend and I wanted to go outside. And she's like, "Well, don't leave me." And I'm like, "Well, come on." But she couldn't take it outside, so we had to sit there and I'm like, "Well, drink it." And she's like, "I can't drink it." So I like downed it because I was like, we are going to sit here hot forever." Like I just downed it. And then I realized when I got outside, like, probably shouldn't have done that. Yep. Like, you know, so that was what did it. Like,
that's immediately what happened after I took that last shot of tequila. As soon as I drank, I was like, "This is it."
That was the death shot.
Yep.
Like,
and I knew I shouldn't have drunk it before I drank it, but you know, I had to challenge myself. I always do it. I do it to myself every time. It's just like, I can do it. I'll be all right. And no, I was not.
And then I'm forgetting, like, I already was sick. Like, because I told you guys, like, I had, like, a fever the day before. I was already sick. So the next day, like, it was just everything all at once. I felt terrible. My husband just like, see, that's what you get for thinking you grown. You fucked up. Like,
yeah, it was rough, but it was fun. I had a lot of fun, and we definitely gonna make sure we have another event or more events like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, keep the tradition going. I guess at this point. So hopefully everybody will be able to make it out to the next one. We appreciate everybody that did come out for this one. Shout out to the Don't Judge Me podcast, Lonnie, Ryan, and Deej.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the winner of the best 90s outfit, Shantae. Shout out to DJ Queen HD. She did the music. Shout out to the T-Spot.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that just came out. You know, we made it an event. It was one to remember. It was my first one, so it was a good starting point.
Yeah.
But yeah. Till next season. Again, thank you guys.
definitely.
Cups up, church. I'm kind of dreading this last one.
Do it quick.
See, you mix yours with that. I don't know what that tastes like.
Weird.
I can drink that straight, and it doesn't really hurt.
Are you gonna try it?
Oh.
Is that you about to mix that with that, or you just drink it?
Oh
like
no, I'm just trying.
Oh, okay.
That
would hurt.
I can hear in your voice. It's like
Yeah, like you swallowed it, but it's still like there.
Yeah, I'm like trying to wash the shot down.
Yeah, I would give that. I still give that about a 4.5, 5.
yeah, it's smooth.
This one I
Yeah.
give about a 4, 4.5. It's good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not good mixed with that. Those two don't.
Yeah,
those two things don't mix.
I can
It
see the
tastes
clash.
like a hookah pen or like
Ooh.
a
What?
hookah. Like if you ever been to a hookah, then hookah lounges are like way
Yeah.
out of style. But
Yeah.
back when
Hopefully
it was
I don't
it was
end up at a
live.
hookah lounge tonight.
When it was like really live and people would go like every weekend, like that's what it tastes like. Now that I'm thinking about it, it tastes like hookah.
I can see what you mean because that does have kind of a smoky taste. So it's like I can taste the smoke and then that just adds the flavor. So it's
That's
kinda
exactly
like
what it tastes like.
strawberry
It tastes like
watermelon
hookah. So I retract the statement about the strawberry flavored cigar. It tastes like hookah.
Okay.
Strawberry hookah.
Like
That
it,
makes
yeah.
sense. I can taste it, and I haven't even mixed mine. But we definitely appreciate everybody for watching the Busy Doing Nothing podcast. Again, this is season 2. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, share, subscribe. We will be back some point soon in the future for season 3, and we hope to see everybody watching there. Make sure you go to www.bdnpodcast.com to get all the read-ups on the drinks of the days, all the previous episodes, and just, stuff about what we do. And make sure you go to, I'm not saying www no more. I remember I said that. Make sure you go to docscastlemedia.com to get your blog read-ups, your news, all of that good stuff. Make sure you go to freemindsclothing.com to get your gear. And yeah, until then, see you all next season. I think I'm supposed to say all this before we take the shot.
Yeah.
I did it backwards. All right, well.
Well.
Yeah.